There we are. Well, we're here. We're not walking. What is this? This is a Persona stream. Welcome to April Fool's edition of freaking this. This channel is out here. But today in the April Fool's edition, we're going to play a random game. Now, I've been talking about dating sims and like doing it for the lols. Well, what perfect day to do that, honestly. I don't think there's any better day to do it. And Dead by Daylight is a game that I played on my free time, so I'm a little curious to see what the heck happens and how things are gonna work and all of the fun stuff. It's also first week of the month, so like, yes, even better. It's gonna be a day for sure. I was challenged by Shysoul to do a funny stream. And yeah, so the funny stream about that is, yeah, so Shysoul challenged me, which is awesome, and then Sniper technically financially made this happen because Sniper's help was greatly appreciated. So, you know, sometimes being a member does actually lead to interesting situations like this. I'm scared. Do I have the right to be scared? I think I do. I think I have a valid right to be worried. Yeah, honestly, Trapper was not bad, but I'm curious on a lot of other logistical factors. So, we gotta look at their personality too. Like, obviously, if I'm looking based off of looks, yeah, honestly, Eevee is probably the easiest call of your life. But I gotta look at the personality too. I don't even know if this game is voice acted, so I got 2 freaking waters just in case, because it was probably a good idea. So, we have the water at the ready. We have the game. I think the volume is okay on the game. It actually might be a little quiet if it's voice acted, but it should let me go ahead. Yeah, okay. This is the first time. This is blind too, so I don't know anything. Yeah, so new file. Sure. Wait, I can make oh, it's just choose the file. And what shall we call you? We're just gonna call me Gamer, make it easy. Okay. What? They're gonna actually say my name? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Crazy. I don't know if it's voice acted. It must not be voice acted then. Or it could be like P3 voice acting where they voice act and not. I don't know. What? I'm coughing already. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you nearly drowned. Well, you know, it's fine. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how long or how you got here, and in fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. Oh, this is gonna be weird. I don't know. This is April Fool's is great, but I love April Fool's. The fact that it landed on a Tuesday gave everybody all the excuse to actually do this. What you know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Coughing, coughing, coughing. Wow, really? What went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute. You need a minute before I can, or can I go on? Because if I give you a minute, we've got plenty of time, endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa. Not now, Ocean. Sorry, Gamer. May I continue? Is that supposed to be the motion of the ocean kind of thing? Like, please go on. Okay, then as I was, coughing more. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in a crystal blue water from a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. What is that? Is that me? No, it can't be. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and others. Ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice within your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Oh, I get to choose? Oh, sounds like an adventure game. Okay. Can I die? Is that possible? I don't know. We're investigating. You know what? Typically, I would run away, right? I feel like I would get out of there, but like, we're digging this up. We're gonna figure it out. Dig it up. Figure out more of what's going on. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded on the ground before you. There is no body, but just its head. As you pick up flakes of skin fall on the ground, and the jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the tongue of the poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're the take charge type. Oh god. What does that mean in this context? You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what otherwise has been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes, and you check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit it. Why, that's such a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? No, thank you. Look, I'm gonna level with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday, and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Could you just give it back? I don't trust you, narrator. No, we're not giving it back. No. Psh, be that way, then. Your mind doesn't have to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump your foot. It's a ball with a handprint, with a bloody handprint. When you look down, you find it's a volleyball. It's Wilson! It's Wilson, okay? It's Wilson. That's what it is. It's Wilson. You find a volleyball sitting there in the sand right there next to you. You stare down, frozen, and a voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. You turn around, and you see what's waiting for you, and your jaw almost hits the ground. Of course, we're introduced to the women first. That makes sense. That tracks. Oh, all of them are here. We just get to... Did we get all... Is it 2v2 boys and girls? Is that what we're doing? Also, is that supposed to be Spirit? I don't even know. I don't know. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and the well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy and magical aura, reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Yes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental or anything, but that's just the energy that they're putting out there to the universe. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello. There are weird days and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literally monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. What do you do? Toss it back to them. They can have fun. You bend down, grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and it lands into the Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. Oh my god. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like being held tightly within those strong arms. Warm, perhaps, maybe a little sweaty. But that's okay, it's just natural. Oh my gosh, this game is gonna be something, isn't it? Shy Soul, what are you putting me through? What are you putting me through? It is the Spirit, okay, confirmed. Okay, so you have played DVD. I know a little bit. Try hard much? Ugh. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're just so entranced. When you step out of it, you realize everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at the strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion on their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? Did I refer to them as killers? Not giving too much away, but at the same time, damn, they are all looking so appealing within their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, gamer. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all gonna be good at the end. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. I mean, fair. It seems like you derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. Ugh, you derailed the game by showing up, Nimwit. Ugh, I guess you're also an Nimwit now. I mean, you know, it's fine. We can be that. It looks like it's best to go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold pretty much with anyone who's always has fresh blood on their hands. Oh, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you look a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? Honestly, Huntress over here being like, girl, like, what's going on? How you doing? I'm gonna be like extroverted. And, like, I get the extroverted vibes from her. I'm okay with it. You mean they're here to do more than just distract my total domination? That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care about that slack-jawed moron over there. I just want you to know, or I just want to know, can I kill them or not? No, you can't. Or at least not yet. Oh, not yet? Hey, gamer, you might want to, you know, say something. No, I'm fine with it. If I die here, it's whatever. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Be warned. Answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz and is going to be very important for later. Oh my god, is this going to be who I'm matched with? That's going to be the real question. Is this going to match me? Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one, but I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Average. I don't have super high esteem, but average. Oh, it's timed. I need to hurry up. Pretty average. Ugh, just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. Exactly, girl. Exactly. I think you're quite cute myself. Like a little chipmunk or a grizzly bear. If you have any superpower, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Oh, I've already thought about this. One, it's definitely more. This is actually Wraith's gonna love this because it's invisibility out of the three, but it's I want to be able to like teleport people and bodies and stuff. So it'd be like bending that, but still invisibility out of the three. Out of the choices you gave me, you're gonna like me, okay? Save, though I think I already am. What is your best subject in school? It's math. That was my best subject in school. I'm sorry, honey. It was math. It only makes, it's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. Oh my god, am I gonna match with the Wraith? Oh my gosh, wait a minute, hold on. What's your favorite animal? Wow, you didn't give me very many options here. I mean, I have 2 cats, but I also like dogs too, so like, I don't have a favorite. But I guess for the sake of the fact that I have them, sure, we'll go with the cats. Definitely, I don't have a favorite though, that's the problem. I'm so indifferent to animals in general because I like all of them. Although goats, oh my god, that's a different, they're cute as hell, and I will act, like, especially if they let you pet them, oh my god. Goats is a good word. Random thing, but what? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm a typical cute goth girl, I have a specific love for all things cats? I'm more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go the hell away. What's your favorite color? I mean, my channel profile is literally blood red. Not that it's my favorite color, but it fits. I mean, it's a color I enjoy, especially paired with black. Like, damn. But I love blue too, cause Seattle and my my Seahawks and everything. But we're gonna make them feel happy. We're gonna make them feel happy. It's blood red, baby. Red. Ugh. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. You know it, Wraith. What's your dream job? Not working at all. That's a great dream job. Actually, I'm here for that. hanging out with my friends is my dream job because then I get to do whatever the frick I want and hang out with them. It's fine. Takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Ugh, only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade, the damn millennials. Ugh, best flavor of ice cream. Literally didn't get me it's mint chocolate chip, let's be real. Like, that's my favorite. But, we'll be plain, we'll be basic, okay? Vanilla, fine. If you're gonna give me those options, sure. My favorite flavor is pain. Exactly! That's a better flavor, Trapper! Out of the 3 options you gave me, like, it's a different kind of pain. But that's my favorite flavor. Same here. Mine is vanilla swirled with pain. Why? I'm getting all of Wraith's answers. I'm curious. I think mint chip is the greatest. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Narrator. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor I've ever conceived myself, although about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, that reminds me. I am right. Anyways, it's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. What I say if you, or do what I say if you want to survive, pick mint chip. We're teaching you lessons now, narrator, you rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip, obviously. That's literally the real answer. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. I mean, yeah, this game literally is be subservient and you're good. Like, let's be real here. That's what this game seems to be. Be subservient, you're fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting to, or you just want to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I'm pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone says. I'm like nice, or I like nice people and loathe the big dumb idiots. What's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things, but I don't hate things either. It's not worth my time to love or hate anything, really. I mean, you know. Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is carefully calculated lie to keep everyone so subservient to the powers. It's better just to choose, or it's better to choose to just not take part in it at all. I mean, really. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society, and then she hates it so much. That's crazy, right? Oh wait, I'm remembering you, Spirit's story now. It's almost like it's exactly what happened. I'm a huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. These are lots of fun to be had on this island with lots and lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained thousands of times I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I can just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. Ugh. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's so disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me, I also hate it too sometimes. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time, I agree with you, Wraith. Let's move on, and they'll do what they want to do today. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, then let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with Meathead. I say we go on my yacht. I have a massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of what true luxury and power is like. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuits of wealth. The way that it's flaunted needlessly and it's so cruelly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool instead? I find the water to be calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, why don't we go back what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have fun as a group. Are you all serious? This is a perfectly good lounge and chill there's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? So that's the yacht. That's the volleyball game. Honestly, I kind of agree with Wraith here. Like, let's be real. Like, I love the fact that you want to bring us on your private yacht. But it's not a private yacht if I'm not alone on it. Yes, I'm being prissy. It's fine. I'm not alone on your private yacht, so what's the point? I'd rather, if I'm hanging out with everybody, I'd rather hang out at the pool or play the volleyball. But honestly, the pool gives Spirit comfort because she can lounge around, and then we can do whatever, right? Let's go with that. Yeah, that's the pool, right? Let's go relax for a second at the lounge. That's the wrong thing. Okay, whatever. To kick your feet up, look over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want to do anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoy a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. What? Hold on. The survivors are here too? For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, the activities coordinators, okay? I don't know if Dwight should be my activity coordinator. Claudette can be. I don't think Dwight should be, but it's fine. If you've played DBD, you know why. There are also cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue the dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall hear Heteroforth refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I actually don't know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look to be happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy. That is starting to give me the creeps. How excellent to come over the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with the options whenever possible, so you don't just run off the various activities unsupervised. We don't have autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our jobs. The most you can do is help us get off of this. Dwight! Yes, pardon me, please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, is there something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? No. I think you were mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off the island, though. Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. He was, but he just meant it that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south from here. It's has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the same charm this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there with all the money that comes with a lot of restrictions. I mean, Travis, though. It's fine. This is where you belong. Now off you go. It's time for an activity on this island. Your decisions matter mostly when I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Okay, is that the pool? Yeah, okay, this is the pool. Wraith moves ahead to the pool at a pace that you can almost consider jaunty. If a creature was so lengthy that it appeared entirely of elbows and ankles could jaunt. Oh, what is going on with Wraith's face? Is that a smile? Is that what smile looks like when he does it? What can I say? Being enveloped by water is comforting. It's quiet, it's ominous, and you know? Wraith looks back over his shoulder to make sure no one besides you is within earshot. The fire can't get me. Super normal stuff here as usual. Oh, great. It's Claudette and Dwight. What do these two want? Since everyone's at the pool, we figured we'd bring you over some of our popular accessories too. Gamer, which of these is particularly interesting to you? The hoop. Let's play basketball. The hoop is quite nice. Is it regulation size? It's only 5 feet high, and it's only 5 feet high, and you know it, dork. I always obey pool safety rules. Sadly, that means no glass or sharp objects, but I can't bring my axes with me. Hunter spins a basketball on her finger, and like some sort of Siberian globetrotter. So I have to get my target practice in other ways. You ready to go one-on-one with me? At basketball, you get your mind out of the gutter. Or at basketball, you get your mind out of your gutter. Even though it's just a game, all of the posting up against Huntress gets you hot and bothered. You better cool off. Time for a cannonball. Don't give up. I can't give up now. Does Huntress ever slow down? Where is the energy coming from? You want it to relax, not get all sweaty. I'm still in the fight. What's the score anyway? 36-0, but you're trying so hard and it's important. Alright, that's the important part. I'm gonna hit the shower real quick, but you should keep practicing. You may not have anyone to help you clean the hard to reach spots, but you can at least give yourself a but you've at least got your self-esteem. That's just as good, right? For a waking nightmare, you should almost believe that you are starting to relax a bit and forget about how much you can't remember. If the sun's very rays have a calming effect on you, your body tranquilized by the soft light from overhead, you couple that with the breeze rolling in from the sea, and you're not alone. I feel recharged by the gentle warmth of the ocean's caress. The caress of the ocean. If it was a little too warm, that might have been my fault. That's fine. Also, this is a pool, not an ocean. Okay, everyone, just let him finish. Thanks, gamer. I know this possibly doesn't seem like me, but would anyone want to play Marco Polo? Yes, oh my gosh, I love games. I'll go first. Someone blindfold me. Oh, of course. Trapper has the blindfold ready to go, as if he had it in his hands before we even spoke. Did he just wink? Did you just bite your lip? Oh my god. Good thing you're getting reined in, because it sure seems like you were about to act up right there. Mini games consist of 2 parts. On top, the pointer, which rotates clockwise in the direction, and the bottom, the target that you are going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, and sometimes it is hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar on top of the pointer, which I don't know what button that is on keyboard, but it's fine. While over the target to win. Fail to land on the target, and you will lose. To achieve perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready? Would you like me to repeat? Away we go. Time to feel around. Go get him, Tiger. You missed completely. Not bad. Perfect. Another perfect. Not bad. That was pretty good, gamer. No, it wasn't. Don't even lie. Just ignore him. You've been just thrown in the weird situation, and you held your own. I respect that. That was a good game. I say we celebrate by throwing this waiter whose name I forgot into the pool. Let's have some fun. Delight deserves it. Hilarious! Bullying truly is a gift that keeps on giving. You grab Dwight by the legs and help Trapper get him in. Heave ho! You know what? Sorry, I can't pretend to support you on this one. Only Trapper is this sadistic. I know it's all for good fun and whatever, but it's not... But not a Murder Island. Yeah, that's right. This place is really called Murderer's Island. But that doesn't mean that we are cool with bullying. You're on thin ice, my friend. I'm no expert. Even though I am an omnipotent narrator, I probably should be. But I think that means it's time for the next activity. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You were expecting, what, capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it would be to run a game like that? Much more so than just sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area and find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. Oh, and great, terrific. It seems like everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is they don't want to sit next to certain other people. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprise? Well, they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds and killers. My whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there. You're looking pretty good, gamer. Really good. Oh my gosh. We literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You'd probably think it was an error, but this was completely intentional. Let's be a lesson. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, and the rest sit opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can sit on ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone's seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with love and hate for 12 hours over spit. Or over a spit. We hope you enjoy. We really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us that what you were serving. What are we even eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of herbs and spices that we can't actually divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Oh my gosh. Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Ugh. Who are you to be judgy about that now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Hey gamer, you think what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? And this took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on the island. Actually, there's one thing that you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am, with my broad axe, it is perfect. It's a perfect tool for easily chopping anything within twain. First, who says twain? Secondly, sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean with the meat, when the meat is cooked, no blood. Ugh, you two are ridiculous bicep swinging you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Oh my god, grow up. Obviously, the gorgeous katana is the only option, Hobbs. What the hell is this? I'll show you both what my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, please. I hate it when we fight or even talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it with the skull of a Rob. Great! So instead of slicing it up with a club, it can have a second death. Gamer, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Otherwise, this is going to go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued about who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they always are terrified of tetanus. You've broken an infinite amount of timelines for doing this. I really have. Hi, SDS. We're out here. April Fool's Day is today, and it's going to be interesting. So, hey, why don't you let me carve it up? Splendid idea. We hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of 2 parts. Yep. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Oof. Wow, I'm failing. Oh, well, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I actually think that I'm dating. I have an idea. It's okay. At least you tried a little. Sometimes trying a little takes a lot of effort. What the hell was that? You ruined our dinner by swinging your swinging was so poorly aimed. You hacked it into pieces with the bad kind of pieces too. I hope you're drunk. Dinner's finally served for real. The sounds, especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, involving lifting their masks and shoving their food behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? I mean, this is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're trying to be mysterious here. You think that mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight are the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. There's only 99% as disgusting as it would be if they tried to mash the stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, gamer. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating around in spectral form. Do you even see how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't know. I think my digestive tract connects, or I don't even know what my digestive tract connects to anymore. Between the food and the behavior that the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse, they're staring at you. You're not eating, and they don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? I'm sorry. Actually, it's not the food or the company. I'm just super self-conscious about how I look when I eat. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I'd have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is so gross, but I try and relax and not worry about what everyone else thinks. It is so important to remember that people are watching you, judging you, and definitely not ignoring you. Right, guys? Is anyone even listening to me? Typically, the group that includes one, if not more, cannibals is staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins. That would be quite scary. However, right now, you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared or run away. I'm the narrator, not a physician, so please do not take any medical advice from this, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. It's me again, your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'm going to allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many lead you to your demise, others lead to everything worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters is the one to be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you will learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to the Ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It is in your best interest to make more choices that I like. You wake up and find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Oh, are we actually gonna get Wraith first? Oh my god. Not what I was expecting, but I'm fine with this. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. You weren't grossed out, were you? Even when you ate, you know, you look like, or even when you eat, you know, you look like a beautiful angel. You were just pretending to be awkward because it's lonely being so perfect. All we have in life are those fleeting connections with other living things, something to remind us that we're not alone. you possibly be as shy and nervous as someone like me? I mean, sure. Swear by it. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely more of a, like, nervous about everything. Like, check out Joy and I Soul Link. John goes, I'm nervous about XYZ, like, every freaking 5 seconds, but it's fine. Swear it. Wraith nods the nod, and someone who just realized that Gamer... Wraith nods the nod of someone who just realized Gamer is totally a liar. He's disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. And you know deep down you're disappointed in you also, more so than usual. Oh boy. It looks like he's about to monologue. Now you've done it. How do I say that? It's just, honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Something about the word burn makes Wraith look away, far away. Eyes brimming with tears and yet at the same time dead. I understand. Wraith looks back at you. With those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you. He looks down to the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone, but you know how important honesty is to me, so I can't expect it from you if I'm not honest in return. Oh, great. I bet he has crabs or something. It's about my special bell. What? It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away for a minute. If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. I have expected this to be an announcement about a year-long 2.0 or a decade-long. I mean, that would be funny. But, yeah, no, we're memeing today. It is April Fool's, and we are out here just memeing the heck out of today. Because I streamed on Sunday, and you know, it was actually great. Like, it ended up working out so well, because like YouTube didn't like promote it or put it anywhere, and so it was not even conspicuous at all that I streamed on Sunday, and so it made it even better. I was like, YouTube actually not promoting things helped so much. I just find it funny that Wraith being in this game I just find the Wraith being in this game hilarious as the dev said he and the nurse have a thing going. I mean, it is kind of funny. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family with me. Wow, Wraith, thank you for telling me. Here, you get to hold the bell. Whoa, Wraith just gave you his bell. Sound the alarms! What are you gonna do with this thing? Hold it delicately. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty. It's rusty. Is that dried blood? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing an important part of yourself today. You hand the bell back, and Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. It's not real. None of this is. Wraith looks at you more intensely than ever. I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth. Just as I thought things were heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you as you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up at the strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they are waving in the air above their heads. It is very important that we stick to the itinerary, people, and attend to each event that's scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points is not part of the evening activities. That is strictly slotted in the after campfire storytime arc. At this rate, we're gonna be late. Playing sick? No, I was. No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after the flirting. Go, go, go! But flirting. Once everyone had gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind time for the evening activities. We'll only have time for one person to share their spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But storytime is my favorite activity. It's a narrative-heavy experience. So you're telling us that only one person gets to share. How are we going to decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this step up now, I swear will be angry. I'll merely chop your head off clean off. No fuss, no mess. The voice trembling realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. So sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me, but to be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule ever even once? Damn it, Donald! If you try and flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and I'll drown you in the blood of Cynthia. Fuss and mess are back on, you two, and I love to hack and slash and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you exclusively talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even named any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even cares anymore? Call me nobody at this point. But we still gotta gotta get story time started. Gamer, who do you think should go? Oh, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that the tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloody bath. You, Spirit, you get to talk. I need you to talk. Whoa, whoa. The entire experience is carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. So be careful with catchphrases, will ya? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about the bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind the mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take a seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance story. It's too late, though. I was selected, so I'm going to tell my story anyway. I'll call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody even offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped with the sky like blood from an old moon. Detective Hada, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called into the scene of a strange occurrence. Unlike anything she had ever seen before, when she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather, and dozens of officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? From there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box, strange alien in its appearance and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like this just appear? A mystery as if it was conjuring magic. But there is no illusion. The huge box was very much real, and someone inside was trapped. The spirit pauses her story to look from face to face each audience member. She has no expression, but you can feel her vibrating with energy in her element. Help me! Someone cried cried somebody inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now, it was every detective in the city was there, looking at this strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It doesn't make sense. There was no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid. It was much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough for the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner to be trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up, and here I was. I was so scared. Please help me, cried the man, pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hada confronted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate and more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all, powerless to save him. Guilt began to weigh on her like it never had before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hada. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together. We won't let this be the end of your story. Looking through the narrowest of passageways, Detective Hana watched her own reflection in the tears of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they were wept in silence and hopelessness for the moment. Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge she felt was an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, and not to any other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed, backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hana, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his questions again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised, I do. And pressing her palms against the cold outside the box without truly knowing why, Detective Hana leaned forward and placed her own lips to the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall onto this man. With a gentle kiss, the moment of compassion, she could feel this brief contact, the beating of her heart, the pulsing of blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. Thank you, said the man. No trace of fear in his voice. He backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back, yelled the officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hana and the box, breaking the silence. That would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if unforeseen levers had been pulled, and on the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hana gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in a puddle of rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart. Or perhaps that's just how Detective Hana had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop of the pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand of her feet. You're blown away by the story. It's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else looks at the fire, and anywhere but Spirit. It was you who chose her. You who initiated this harrowing tale, so sad yet creepy, so sensual. She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be lighthearted, romp. Please, I said do something. I don't know. Say nothing and just hug her. You stand without anything to saying anything. Approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up in a way. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but in an awkward moment, you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without much of a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone just watched this truly strange interaction with the corners of their eye. On that note, everyone decided it's time to break and split up for a bit, so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves, and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts all 7 seconds before Trickster shows up and is blaring his latest song. Hey, baby! You look lonely. Do you mind if I join? He doesn't even wait for an answer. You know, I've been hearing some from all these guppies all day, but I want to hear from you. Some big fish, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special, and those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in the ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of the cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time for yourself to think about it just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell you it was having an effect on you. The fog follows me around. I could feel you breathing heavily and taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at the piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day. Even when you're a god, I mean narrator. You're doing it again, right now. You need to calm down. You should be in the hot tub with me instead. Dipping in hot tubs with the spirit? You come a long way in a single day. Not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that? Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just at the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump into the ocean, or jump from the ocean into the pool, you also have pretty sure your killer compassion can handle it. I just want to be totally clear, even though the story bore some similarities to my life, it's not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, metaphorically, or in any illicky. I believe you completely. I am sure you were cut to pieces in your life, and so was the person in the story. It's a perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on the island, trapped with one might say, a most puzzling place. This is a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue. Yours is also blue. Really? You call this blue? Searching for answers? Hoping to find? Revenge! Okay, so the similarity stopped there, I guess. Coincidences? Oh, sorry, yeah, the coincidences. Get that through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins, or well, maybe it has coagulated by now, but no need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of a noble warrior. Thousands of years in training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You gotta figure that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this or go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story like watching a movie in my sleep when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I was never able to shake it. That's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Yes. I know we just met, but yeah, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace. Fool! Who taught you to trust strangers? You're just going to get yourself hurt if you don't take better care of yourself. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything. Don't I already know the answer to my own question and believe your answer about if I believe your answer to Spirit's questions? Whoa. The ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpse, CQT, floating in the cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing to free her from her puzzle box. If you believe me, or if you believe that, she is the... Damn it, you got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find your certain two someones standing with a fresh towel ready to dry you off. Of course, they're back! Sorry, kids, time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch the spirit stare off into the distance, her hand gripping the tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. But when she catches you looking, she turns away and roughly grabs a towel from Dwight and pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on a chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about the spirit's story, about the prisoner in a puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, you will leave with your life, or it hasn't already been taken from you. It is just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery. Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. their familiar creepy smiles stretching ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that, lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're gonna make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and snuggle you up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume at a minimum. The other guests aren't the type you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Minigames consist of 2 parts. Blah, blah, blah. We already know that. This is a special minigame, perfect for perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready, play, or would you like me to reset? Ready. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide you might want to adjust the dial to fix it. Huh? What the hell? Well, here's my thing. In FM radio, I listen to 103.7 over here. That's not an option. I was gonna say 93.3, but that was a little early on that. Let's see what's on this station. Let's see what's on this station.
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means 2 major things. First of all, the community.
So that's
is
talk
you
radio.
and
Okay,
it's
so
you and everybody else either playing.
we're gonna go with this. It's gaming music. I rocked out to Persona when I drove 5 hours on my 5-hour car trip. Persona music was what was on, okay? It was Persona 5 music, because I was playing Persona 5 at the time, but it was mixed with Persona 4 music as well, because I had finished that game. So, yeah, that's perfect. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon at your side to lay by the fire? Well, this is obvious. We gotta do obvious is obvious, right? Right? I feel like we gotta do obvious is obvious here. Obviously, like, one, I haven't been able to hang out with Trapper at all. Or Huntress, for that matter. I've been hanging out with Wraith and Spirit, which is, again, interesting. And Wraith is great. I'm here for that. But, let's be real. If I'm cuddling with somebody, that's the build. Trapper, are you around? So when am I gonna get a little company? Trapper tells you his secret for falling asleep while he's feeling restless. A heavy bearskin blanket is all you need. If that doesn't work, I just go for a late night walk and punch the first person I come across. You're a real charmer. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to kill a bear, or skilled enough to skin it. You're certainly not either of those things, as far as I can tell. Here, hold on to this and try not to hurt yourself. We got a bear paw! Trapper hands you his bear paw, complete with sharp claws. It's the most aggro version of the rabbit's foot you've ever seen. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try and hold your eyes open, but you can't. The darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be spooky, but by now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but This is undeniably odd. Look, I'm not saying that my feelings are hurt because you chose to swim in some pathetic little teacup when you could have swam the fastest of the entire, me, I guess. I'm just saying that you made a foolish decision and I won't forget it. My feelings aren't hurt. I just lost a lot of respect for you. That's all. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is ripping through your pockets. Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you. Just merely trying to get to know you better by seeing what kind of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the trapper right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust him, but, well, yes I am. I am saying that. I don't trust anyone. I don't really... I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. So I was just making sure that they didn't do anything fishy, that's all. And I was making sure that you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. And while I got you, you should really consider spending more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not. Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you ever since you got here, you know. Not in a creepy way, but... Huntress pauses for a long moment. Alright, in a charmingly creepy way. I noticed that you were having a lot of fun. You spend some time... Or if you spend some time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to a special place that I found. It's all mine. None of the killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet, isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. That all sounds super enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Shh. Huntress places a gigantic hand on your forehead, and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone, for real this time maybe, you drift off to sleep again, hopefully not to be poisoned. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez. It's one of the reality show confessional rooms, where all the contestants talk about directly to the camera. I think today went really well. There were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't parent that didn't end in bloodshed, or ultimately perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do you think, or what do I think of the newcomer? Oh my god, what do I even say? Oh, attractive, mysterious? I really don't even know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk. I wish I had to wash her entrails of my seraphim, off my seraphim. That being said, there are three. The other three should make sure that they have, or to be on guard. I don't know who this newcomer is. Will I want to spend, or I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's being a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just scheming all the time. Nature buzzkill. And Trapper? Oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff for sure. But daddy issues much? Jeez. Calling me out much? Jeez. Look, I don't need anyone, but I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, but I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. If I'm being honest, I just want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even a few people can tolerate. I can tolerate. I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living. For now, at least. But one false step and, well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason. They better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, oh, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. Yeah, today was so fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see how this thing goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, and so that will probably happen. I've got to learn to be easier on myself. Who could love someone who can't love themselves? I know everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded murder, or a monster. I can't help that circulation. It just isn't my thing. I didn't choose to be cold. This cute hat and a robe, okay, those are a choice for sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, I'm going to get my bloody revenge on society that used me and threw me away. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I don't know. It's supposed to be a 2.5-hour game, so we're doing okay, I think. I think that was like the halfway point, maybe? Hopefully. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by a campfire and woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? Not a dream. You really are here another day. Why? I have no idea. You obviously are a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang hanging out at the beach. Definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out nightmares yet either, though. At least, they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy. Here comes the trickster trying to offer you coffee. Trickster! You can't be doing this. You can't be just offering coffee like that. My guy. Because I'm going to say yes every time. That's the problem. You literally could give me a caffeine overdose. No, you couldn't, actually. I'd say no at some point. But that's how I would die. Morning, beautiful. I thought you would like a nice cup of joe to start off an incredibly nice day, right? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm pretty sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also wish you luck. Today's an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. I'm also just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the... Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him the Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. He definitely didn't get the name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That almost certainly is not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, or torturing you just yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place that gets a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up to review, not eternal poison or pain. And please make sure you leave a review. It really helps the algorithms. Yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, it really helps the algorithms. Thank you. Trust me, I'm just looking out for you. So can we please move on? Wait a second. How could a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the doors do not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something. Something of grave importance. Go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, I'm not saying it is. It is a place of extreme horror that can still receive a 5 of 5, 10 of 10. Thumbs up review. If it was crafted with enough love and or the type of thing you're into. You know, Ocean, you're totally right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge on the artist's intent. And whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt, constructing these elaborate simulations. Vacations. It's not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs and inconsistencies, but that's just part of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bear their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place being actually good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from the poorly made cup of coffee earlier. Sorry, we should have come like 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even though they do make great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree, but can we just move on? Yeah, of course, apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? Yes, but I'm not suspicious that there's no option. Yeah, but what an encouraging response. Well, we're glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe Gamer isn't suspicious because they figured out what they actually are doing here. 0 chance. They're still clicking. Right now, to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter how, though, Gamer. We're so happy you to finally have some fun. I didn't say I was having fun. Well, we're all having fun, Gamer. Do you hear us? We're all having so much fun. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you accept, or would you please sign the non-disparate agreement? No. Nope, I will not say anything negative about this. What? No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word on that. Kamer, agree with the terms of the verbal contract. Perfect. Delightful. I guess I misread it. Yes, hey Gamer. This is totally cool and not constructive feedback. This place, the place to leave that is a positive review because we all know nobody reads negative reviews or resource like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Breakfast! Oh boy. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy bellies with pancakes, bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in the tropical paradise. Can we even get strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers have to watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday, and a whirlwind of feelings that you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation, and it was all like going through puberty again, except for all in one day and on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing it. Some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is 50-50. At best, good luck. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your practice. Nope. Now Andrew steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything can happen. I'm open to all possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded? Oh, well, surely that must be it. Nope. Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on the account of a whole burning quest, a familiar revenge thing. Last night was no different, so in that case, it was exactly how it should be. A lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get back quietly resting, being trapped here with y'all, while looking cute. Guessing Wraith had enough time to work up the guards to speak in front of the group? Yeah, perfect. There he is. Take us home. Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, too. Yeah, I mean, not, like, too much fun, but would have been weird. But, yeah, a good amount of fun. And now they all are looking at you. Wait, you're supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything myself. So I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting for more. You're gonna be good at this, Gamer. Sexy, true to life experience. Shame you didn't get any, or I guess you eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing, me? Well, yeah, I guess that's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind seeing how I'm not real at all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more. Oh, yes, that's it. How does it feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, it feels just right. This is uncomfortable. Now, I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I have no idea what those two are even doing. Whatever they're doing, I'm afraid to even look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at that super cute bottle of Trickster brand Sertan lotion someone left in a chair. Anyone know where I can find that? Damn it. Come on, a little privacy. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you guys know I was here. And that I could hear you. Well, you know. No, what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing, I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like a fun. Do you think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. let's get 5 minutes to ourselves. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it helping to stab each other in just the right spot where we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is to finding the exact place where we bleed out from, and I believe that is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think me and him? Do I? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, yet somehow it's never been worse right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all of our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up. Good luck, gamer. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. Whatever that was supposed to be. Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we here? Oh yeah, you were heading to the top by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So for today, and so far today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving the true, centered sense of calmness. No drama, no bullshit. Just soaking up in the heated pool. Today, you're on a date with yourself. Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. A spiky tip, like a palm tree, is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's the trickster. Hey baby. Breakfast was a little weird, huh? Everyone getting up and announcing how they were feeling? What was that about? Some kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy, kinda lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is done. No one should be eating before noon or after 4. Wow, you got 4 hours eat. I do this thing called intermittent fasting. You've seen my abs, by the way. Oh my gosh, maybe you can see them even later on my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show, catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable, makes an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath. And just like the rest of them, you gotta give him anything. Or you don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. I'm not an open information to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone, we've got to get some ground rules established and definitely abide by. So it's time to lay back and take some deep, slow breaths. Nope, another shadow. These people just won't leave you alone today. Who is it this time? Of course it's Trapper. You two have gotten pretty cozy. Yeah, we have. You should definitely come with me, obviously. Remember, I have a beautiful spot with all delightful trappings of island life. I also have actual traps. Play your cards right, and I'll warn you about them first. Also, what's great about the hideaway is that no one knows where it is but me. Not Huntress, not Wraith, not even Spirit. If they did, I know that they'd be dead. But since they were very much alive for now, it's still all mine. Kind of place you can really lock yourself away in. I know you don't have much to think about. Why would you? You can have me, a specimen so fine I could block out the sun, or you can choose one of the peasants. Speaking of, before you can decide if you want to go with Trapper, the Wraith interjects. Hey, I know Trapper would say he can deadlift 4 of me wrapped together, but once I pulled a man's skull and spine straight out of his body, so it's not like I'm not strong. I just don't feel like I need to brag about it, but I don't want to come off too whiny, so what do you need to do? Tough choice. You have to weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces or saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember all of these these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and then die horribly, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island just got me tilted. So, who will it be? I mean, we literally caught up with Trapper just a minute ago. And we've had a alone time with both of these people. I know it's supposed to be making it quick, so I gotta go with Trapper. So let's go. What are we doing? I should have. Anyway, here we are, my beautiful cave. One truly great place on this entire island. Please make yourself at home, but not really. This is my home, and don't forget that, but please relax. This is where I come to get away from the screams, to hear other screams. Just kidding, this is a peaceful place, so long as no one else arrives uninvited. And since I invited you here, let me say, stay away from the water, far away, do you understand? Assume it's a trap. Because it's a little literal trap and I'll die. Because it's a little literal trap and you'll die. No silence should last as long or this long unless Wraith is around. Hey, seriously, don't go in the water. Even more importantly though, stay away from the cave entrance. And don't ask me why, you got it? Understood. Now that you know what not to do around here, I can finally get to you, or get to know you. Nope, actually you can't, because exactly this moment, Trickster showed up again. Hello there, you sexy thing. Not you, Trapper. I'm talking about the beautiful specimen over there. Why are you even here? And I don't mean my secret spot. Why are you literally here on this island? Obviously for the same reason we all are. I think maybe, actually, I have no idea why we're here. Better ask Wraith what's going on. He probably has all the answers. Anyway, I was saying something. Oh yeah, I want to find love, same as you. I don't know, sounds like a legit reason. So what do you say? You want to find love with me? Why should I? Suddenly Trickster turns very serious. His pop star persona is gone. I can promise something Trapper can never give you. Love. Trapper only wants someone he can use and manipulate for his own gain. A loyal lapdog. He'll discard the second he finds a bigger, stronger, meaner puppy he can abuse without fear of being bitten. I want nothing more than to love someone and to be loved by them. Not because I am a celebrity, but because of who I am as a person. I don't even know what real love is. No one can see the past the person my manager wants them to think I am. But I am no more than a pretty face who has a lot of skill, and my heart is kind and unburdened by the moral trappings of money, fame, and power, no matter what the world is meant for me. Trapper doesn't need, nor even really want you for you, and that's all I want, you and nothing else. What do you say? Will you come with me? Laugh at Trickster. You probably shouldn't be laughing at him, but you are, and you definitely shouldn't be laughing hard, but, well, you still are. Trapper laughs along with you, a rare moment of mirth from this hulking monster. It's quite unsettling. Trickster turns to leave on his own, but makes a throat-slashing gesture as he goes. It's funny how that gesture works pretty much in every culture, from a rich and powerful pop stars to whatever you are. Goodbye, gamer, for now. Definitely shouldn't have laughed at him. I'm sure that's fine. Trapper's happy, at least he might be. He's smiling, but it's unclear if he's happy or still an angry rage smile. Then again, this is always the case with him. Well, thank goodness that's behind us. Even the smell of the clever body spray is not. None of us are proud of that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm feeling a little stressed out and hate to be uncomfortable in my own abode. I'll be right back. He's gone. Not sure how long though. What do you want to do while you wait? Remain still. You remain perfectly still, standing alone in the dimly lit cave. Some life you've made for yourself. It's amazing though you can stand at all without a backbone, you big baby. I'm sorry. All this time with the Trapper has me talking like him. Trapper's back and he's carrying an enormous jug of what looks like moonshine. Non-0% chance it's chlorine. Dwight did mention a bottle went missing from the pool shed. Well, what do you want? Something to take the edge off? Like this skull jammed into a spike? That might kill me. I have no idea if that's moonshine or deadly poison, or moonshine so strong it might actually be deadly poison, so I don't need it. I was trying to be polite, not sure how people actually do that. How do I nail it? Truth is, I didn't think that there was a way you'd say yes. I'm actually gonna drink the whole thing myself. Trapper begins to chug this mystery drink. Before he can finish it, Dwight and Claudette show up at the mouth of his cave. We're so sorry to interrupt, but please don't kill us again. But we've been told a very dramatic and urgent announcement. There's simply no time to waste. We can only get on the beach though, which is obviously very natural and normal thing to have happen right now at this exact moment. We need to get back as a group. The story checks out. You are frustrated, and you and a frustrated trapper leave the cave. Facts. I'm frustrated too. We had no choice. We had to bring you here. Yeah, someone likes to add a drama. Oh, damn. What? Is this a setup? Why is Huntress walking over to you? Dwight and Claudette wisely turn and sprint away from before Huntress arrives. What the hell are you doing here? Nice to see you too, comrade. I'm here because I have a proposition for Gamer. Listen, I'll be completely truthful with you. I can't offer you any more love than Trapper can. Only an equal amount of hate. But I can offer you two things he can't. First is fun. He's a miserable son of a bitch. And even here in paradise. Meanwhile, I'm having a blast. You'd have more fun spending your time with me. But more importantly, I want something Trapper doesn't. A family. I want lots of kids, actually. I'm dying to have many children who have also died to be with me, now that I think about it. Anyhow, if you want that too, you should leave him and come with me. But you must decide quickly. I don't like being exposed out in the open like this. So what do you say? Do you want to be with me? I don't want to be. Ah! How dare you? I chose Trapper for a reason. I'm not leaving him for anyone. The good answer. So good that you earned one of these. I got another token. A gold coin. Maybe these are actually, maybe there's actually something about these coins. Are they possibly the only way to prove the Trickster, or make your way to Trickster's private island? Maybe. Hunter seems less pleased with that answer, though. Very well then, but I promise there will be vengeance for this slight. No, she won't, because only the Trapper is likely to kill you before she can. Even, I have to ask though, do you want kids? I don't need them. I have no idea. Maybe for backup kidneys. Anyway, enough of this foolishness. Let's go back to my cave. Yeah, I'm fine with this. This is fine. What a relief. What a relief that's behind us. I would have hated if kids came between us, Gamer. Or if you left me for a lunatic in a bunny mask. You probably would have hated the cleaver that came between the two sides of your body more, though, had that played out differently. Ultimately, I'm glad we went through that together. You showed real loyalty, and no amount of money can buy that. Because you showed you can be trusted, I'm finally ready to show you one of my sketches. And this time, I won't take no for an answer. This one's very important to me. I've never shown it to anyone. Feast your eyes on this. Hillbilly! This looks like something a kindergartner would make if it had been blindfolded. Well, what do you think about it? It's amazing! I love it. You have real skill. But I hope you continue putting time into developing this passion. You honestly think so, or are you just being polite? Honestly. Seriously, it's great. Are you dumb or a liar? Dumb. Yeah, I'm kind of thick. No shit. I didn't draw this. I stole this from Hillbilly. No, he's not on the island. He lost his spot to Trickster. My sketches are actually good. You really will get to see one soon, so long as things go well. Dwight and Claudette, go back to the cave entrance. We swear this time we're going to tell you the truth. Honestly, please believe us. Every time, it's time to meet everyone for dinner. It's fine. I'm so hungry that I could eat another horse. Another is like you've eaten one before. So you've eaten a horse today? Yeah. Yes, so which one? Exactly. Don't bother, you need to keep on schedule. Hey, Dumb and Dumber, I have a question for you two. So much for the schedule. Yes, sir? Either one of you want children? We can't answer that. How could we even think about becoming parents when all we want is freedom? Whether it be freedom to leave this island or freedom to die and stay dead. I'll take that as no for children. Good for both of you. You just earned yourself a quick death the next time. Unless I forget I said this. Please don't. Don't what? Forget. Forget what? This is a nightmare. Let's eat. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining and that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon with the court psychoing killer. No, no, no. You're having a real, or feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry. I'll keep keep your dirty little secret safe. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business and appetizing singles have arrived at the theater, including Trickster and Rainseer too. We're not going to do this gag where we cram all of them on screen at the same time again, so believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you can remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying anything wrong. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm surprised you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since the Huntress seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, she throws caution in the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize, for being the least loved killer on Murderer Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is at least we can do, and heaven knows they won't be doing any better than that. Seems like I'm going to be alone forever. I'm focusing on myself. I have my own hobbies, you know. Besides, stealing, kidnapping, and killing, cooking is my passion. Tonight we'll be feasting on the succulent squirrel appetizer with roasted elk as a main course, served on the side of mushrooms. Those mushrooms are probably poisonous. An elk? Huh. More revenge for the elk that killed her mother. If I had a nickel for every revenge-obsessed killer on this island, I'd have the same number. Some number of nickels, certainly more than a few. I personally hunted, killed, skinned, and prepped our meal. Even picked the mushrooms myself. Oh yeah, they're definitely poisonous. And cheesecake for dessert. What? Not Russian enough? Ugh, I'm not the one-dimensional, you know. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share it to the rest of the group? You had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it can affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there and do nothing. Nothing is an option. Say nothing. What happened between me and Trapper will remain between me and Trapper. Is that a real smile from Trapper? My god, this is terrifying. Finally, another person on this island who knows how to act with dignity and respect. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone else eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. And they're all very tired. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary, supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica. And not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bon appetit. You mean Bond? No, almost everything we hear is served with bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table as they linger around as you pick up your plate, take your napkin, dust the crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? You're top-notch and very much appreciated. In fact, here, you flip a coin in their direction. For us, just for doing our jobs, thank you kindly. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yeah, I immediately regret how I did it. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire eliminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes, you know. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire. Finally, everyone starts to move to the fire, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on the comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for another killer to take places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative, hey, you think? Are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? It doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here. So nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone's looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell the story, or should we play charades, boggle? Well, I was actually saying, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points to the spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of the way. Who knows what you can do? Probably shoot at lasers. Try not to bore us. We're very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if the warmth from the fire or the nerves are heating you up. I know the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it, all will start, or we can pretend it's not here, you know? He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Gamer was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'll tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, what type of story do you want to tell? Adventure. Alright. You like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies. How about some adventure? Now we're talking. Not my favorite, but I respect the choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby, great foundation for a story for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath, no pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story. Barely even a thought. My pun was better than a story. Are you sure that's all you have to say? No, we're just kidding. What type of story did you want to tell? Personal. I'll get a little personal if that's okay. Those type of tales are the best. So often, and often the most sad, it's a bit of a love story. It's about two strong hunters who meet when they both bludgeon the same wily Wolverine. Or about a deranged killer who makes only women believe, who ever believed in him witnessed the display of shocking violence. Not quite. Oh, what? It's about in-game parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by friends. Oh. They couldn't have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took interest in her major, women's studies, and they got married within 2 months. A bit soon to know if you could trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with somebody. Love can spark from a look across a campfire. Now that I've got your attention, each killer has fiercely attempted to catch your eye from across the fire pit. And it's quite alarming. Except for Trickster, whose headphones are in loudly and playing his own music to drown you out. Okay. Okay, that was not a very good story. I mean, not to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but the narrator keeps it real. We can't edit there. Who else would like, or would you like to hear from a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Huntress. You seem ready to go. Let's hear from you. Sure thing. My neck of the woods isn't wanting for horrifying mythology. Mother once told me a story of a young man who was traveling back home after the war. Which war? Doesn't matter. I just wanted some backstory details to paint a picture. I'll paint a picture if you want. The man was lost, running from out of food rations. He stopped to the rest for the night underneath the majestic birch tree. With that, he saw a woman, naked, skin glistening, with a twilight glow. Hot, I'm invested. They sang a haunting melody as they made their way downhill towards an inviting lake. Entranced by music, as a young man followed the parade, beautiful woman until they stopped in a clearing next to the water. They turned to him and smiled. One woman with long hair stepped forward and reached out his hand. The others began to play music, flutes, lutes, tambourines. The melody was so intoxicating the man's feet began to move beneath him. He was dancing, moved by a magical music of these mysterious women. Twilight darkened into the night and the man grew wary, but when he tried to still his feet moving, he found that he could not. Help, I cannot stop dancing, he cried to the nearest woman, a slender woman with green hair. She drew near him, and he saw her features distort into something horrific. She was bloated and an eye hanging from one socket in the color of algae. A Rusalka, her true self. You'll never stop dancing, she screeched at him. My sisters and I were drowned in this lake by men of your regiment. Consider this your punishment. the man cried out. But it wasn't me! Someone must pay, Rusalka said, her voice filled with a brindley malice. And the man danced and danced until his bones broke and his heart gave out the dance of death. A silent beat as everyone takes in this macabre ending. But it's not all bad. Rusalkas are also fertility goddesses. If a lady had stumbled across them, she would have been blessed with a fruitful womb and probably some candy for the road. Damn, does she really think about that as a happy ending? What I want what the Huntress is having. How was the story time? Lots of people got to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think about it, in the end, it's the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of episodic style of storytelling. Knowing a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds to greater sense of community between the audience and creator. Tommy Gamer, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk gets in the way of a romantic twilight moment. Dwight, I am going to need you to shut your trap. You know we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. Have a fun night. Try not to end up dead. Why do you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you trying to end up with end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident, and you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's actually strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say when we take this talk? Or why don't you say we take this talk to the hot tub? I can soak this bod while I roast the ghost. With some killer hot takes. Please, enough talks of burns. Things are lit. Things that are lit or getting blazed is enough. That these activities have to be set in a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could? Just you and me. On those spindly legs, you could probably tire before you get any too far. If you're running away to someplace secluded, gamer, then obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed by comparing themselves with each other and creating drama? I'm so over all of that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, then maybe we can all move with our lives, or, some special projects we might have going. You heard him, who will it be? I'm just saying, you might not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with the name either, but this is streaming reality TV dating show boom happening. It's pretty much all that was taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. We'll go with Huntress. We'll go with you, Huntress. You know, I had a feeling you'd pick me. You've got good taste, and I don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. Huntress licks her lip as she eyes you up and down. Never felt like a literal piece of meat this much before in your life. What have you got yourself into? Let's go over to the bar. I think I'm going to make you something special. Or make you into something special. Uh-oh. You and Huntress whisk yourself away to the bar, and when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and craft supplies. Are those taxidermy tools? Cool, cool. Are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You wonder what's going on in Huntress's head. Though she's bubbly and enthusiastic, you're always terrified she might snap. Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this. Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. If one were to drug you into some sort of state in which you could be operated on, these flavors certainly could hide the poison. You look around and consider what else there is to live for, besides becoming Huntress's little toy, and the conclusion is, bombs away. You pound the drink. It's quite nice. I've been thinking about making you a present, a mask. Would you be into that? Of course. I've always admired yours. What would you like? I'll be your cat. I just like the fluffiest white cat mask, like marshmallow level fluff. You can barely make it out of any features. Fuck? What the fuck? Meow. Okay, I guess I asked. Well, I know what I'm doing now, or what I'm going to be working on tonight, all alone in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. This deserves a celebration. You thump your fist at the table like some old-timey movie about horny Vikings and surely Russian ice farmers. More drinks? Drinks for all my friends. Whoa, okay, slow down. Even I don't think I have that kind of energy after today. Let's do something a bit more relaxing. Huntress, you got lots of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Something less deadly than throwing axes or chasing survivors. Maybe just a thought? Making more masks? Or wait, making matching gloves? No, you little joker. I'm thinking of different types of making. Making our victims die fast, medium, slow deaths, depending on the mood we're all in. Another round of be careful what you wish for on Murderer Island. Dwight, I need your help. Doing something a little, in a different place entirely? You read my mind. Meet you there. I'm talking about mycology, you know, mushrooms. I picked a lot of them, and I'm familiar with which ones make a great soup base and which ones make you super dead. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. Point to the one that's safe to eat. Okay, that sounds easy enough. Oops, that little fella is an autumn skullcap. After eating one, if the diarrhea doesn't kill you, liver failure will. Next up, this one's very easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point to the one that won't result in almost instant death if you eat it. Ruh-roh. You would have eaten a deadly dapperling, which has the name that is both adorable and, well, deadly. Adorable and deadly. Do you know anyone like that? Hee. Final question. Which one will make you jump for joy and which one will make you vomit until you die? Correct. That's a green cracking Rasula. Sure, it might look moldy, but I guess you shouldn't judge a mushroom by its gross green cap. Not everything is exactly as it appears at first glance. That was fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps, you know. Alright, let's see here. Tabulating your answers, and not great. Not all wrong, but it takes only 1 poisonous mushroom to put you down for good. I guess you need to keep me around so you don't shove anything deadly down your mouth. Huntress claps her hands giddily. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know the other killers are barely alluring in their own way. It means a lot that you spend time with a forest bumpkin such as myself. You're no bumpkin. You're a strong, independent woman. Don't demean yourself. Huntress leaps on you, knife to your throat. I'll demean myself if I want. She's angry, but also turned on. This is pretty hot. We're here. Claudette and Dwight are gathering everyone together for the beach. Typical. Exactly what the voice said. I'm telling you, I am just being honest. That's you're only one, or that you're the only one that you're. I'm being honest that you're the only one that can hear me. Doubt it. The gang is together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday we were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was. Or, oi, feels like it's been a lot longer than it actually has been. So let's. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. You better get this over quickly, so that I I mean, you can beautifully get your beauty erased. I do not recommend Eternal Damnation of Perpetual Narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone's gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pick your dream date and see who gamer chooses. Okay, who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about their dream date that they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is weird to mention, right? It almost does matter. Spirit, why don't you go get this over with, then you can go back to reading a book. Stop talking. Hit a Spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of a god, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper, or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay, then we'll hydrate good tonight if you intend to hang out with Spirit. Great, Huntress. Why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. And then, boy, oh boy, I got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are you looking for? I guess you have to pick me to find out. Let me tell ya, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, let's go start preparing, because it's clear already you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Sorry, anyway, Wraith, well, I don't know. I really prefer just to tell Gamer privately. I don't know how well that's going to work with these game mechanics, but what if you whisper to Gamer? Wraith considers this for a long moment too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we'll have to find my bell. And then, I can finally tell you what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. Maybe finally get off this island, and then we can go on a real date. You done? That's it? Wraith nods proud. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make this all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries with what's acceptable and not acceptable not only in polite society, but within narrative of this world event, and also a larger meta-narrative of Dead by Daylight? Sometimes you gotta just say it. Why, yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, Gamer, if you're thinking of picking me, well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, and I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding your secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're not a maggot, also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. And time's up. Gosh, y'all need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all of these swoon-worthy options, and so that you can make your choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No, really, survival dating competition parody wouldn't be complete without singling out one of your contestants who's already teetering on the edge of a psychological break, and giving them a little push. Hold up. This has been a survival dating competition parody of the game this entire time, and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. Didn't you read them? Welcome to Murder Island. Now it's time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof. It's like butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can break their hearts. Do you dare even try? You mean, that's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who is it gonna be? But why? Oh, but it's dramatic. Or because it's dramatic. because it's surprising. Because it's clearly a reversal of... It's a classic reversal of fate. And it will hurt someone's feelings. Somewhat dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She flows, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Eek. If you get rid of Wraith, you might cry, although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is I don't envy you, boss. What? So which sociopath are you eliminating? Look, it can't be Trapper. But I also don't intend to hang out with him for a minute. I was actually gonna go out with Wraith to kind of counterbalance my choices here. So I think it's gotta be Spirit. Spirit's been great, but yeah, we're gonna go with Spirit. As far as I can tell, everyone here has done a terrible, terrible things. Trapper, Huntress, Wraith, and your killers, sure, each are quirky in their cute own way, but that doesn't change the fact that you kill. You killed in your past, and almost certainly will kill again, and I get that. I can work with that. But as for you, Spirit, I don't know what the hell your deal is here. You don't deserve to be here, at least not on the outside. So what's on the inside? I'm truly afraid to find out, so I'm gonna have to let you go. Were you talking to me? Oh, sorry, my mind was wandering. Has anyone seen where I left my sunglasses? I was just saying I'm eliminating you from the competition, which I'm just now sort of putting together as a competition. Oh, really? Okay. So nobody see my sunglasses? I swear I was just gonna embrace the grandma's life and get some of those bands that connect around your neck so that you can't lose your sunglasses when you take them off. They just hang on your chest. So what do you call those things? I think you call those eyeglasses straps. Maybe the eyewear retainer, or... You sure you're okay with this? I thought you might be upset. Nah, I couldn't care less. If anybody needs me, I'll be... I don't know wherever the hell I'll be. Or wherever the hell I want to be. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you can now get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind. Because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not go home with Gamer when it's all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending them, the eliminated player, home with... the mostly new Trickster Body Pillow. The next best thing to the real Trickster. It might not be the hug back you... It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And now, how do we know? Because I've tried it. And that's right. It's Dwight tested and Claudette approved. I hope you get sleep tomorrow, gamer. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. You can now sleep tonight knowing what you've... Or how can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? Not only because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know, those two. Schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of a game. Let's check it with everyone, especially our loser. And everyone deserves a send-off. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I suppose I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem excited and devil may care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother's skewered by an alphanuria. How'd you know? Wild guess. It's the only thing you seem to talk about. Well, excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in the tree. I'm feeling peckish. I don't know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, gamer, sorry, I forgot. I was focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here much longer. How would you say, how do I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If gamers' goal is to impress me, things are going poorly. But if gamers' goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job at that. Spirit, you gonna say anything? No, you're just gonna clean your katana and silently stare out into the medium distance, like, all night. Look, the katana's clean. I mean, not really. It's completely destroyed, but held together by ancient magic. What the hell was that body pillow? I don't know, honestly, Charizard. We're all here doing random things today. We're doing April Fool's Day stream, and it definitely is clearly an April Fool's Day stream. I don't know how far we are in the game. It's supposed to be about a 2.5 hour game, and we're about 2 hours in, so I think we're almost done. But it's not any cleaner, that's for damn sure. What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low-budget, old-school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, I kinda wish I wasn't busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality dating show style competition with survival elements. You mean, like, Bachelor? When I got my new album an upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series of my life, starting a new social media NFT, crypto app, and doing all these private gigs over this IP Island. My dude's gotta you gotta come check out IP Island. It's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama, lawyers, take a hike. I'm not gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. I'm talking about your favorite established characters from all over pop culture. That can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them. Like, don't say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, gamer, and YouTube narrator. I have a name, you know. You do. Yes, seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're a sentient water. How are you even sitting in the chair? Well, what's a chair? It's a thing that you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Done. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Oh, happy day. Exactly. April Fool's Day is a happy day. It was funny because April Fool's ended up landing on a Tuesday, and we're like, whoop! That's a stream day. Gotta do some funny shoot that I would like literally never do. And it's first week of the month, so it's very interesting in that respect too. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. Oh, it's okay. Never mind. Never mind. What does that even mean? Oh, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional for time. A confessional time for literally every character within this game. Sentient water is a little terrifying. It is a little terrifying because it keeps telling me stupid things. And I'm like, water, I don't trust you. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for the 2 days straight and wanted to get some downtime somewhere. This chair's wet. Yeah, the ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't even care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh, great. What's it gonna be? You ate glue in second grade, cheated on an algebra test once. Watching Spirit get eliminated for the first time, was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that I felt a modicum of joy. Every minute I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks. It sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity, the unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls, it's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe, why I'm even here, why any of us are here, what kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it go like I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up again. Yikes. Oof. That was a weird way to end. Ah, well. What are you going to do? You let the camera roll long enough and someone's about to say something crazy. Anyway, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight. Let's hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. And it is going to be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, of which is sort of okay. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go on that hunter's date. You really missed out. It was thrilling. Or I guess it would have been. You'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach you. Is that look on their faces excitement or terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love! Or you've been infected by zombie butterflies in your sleep. If that happened here before, or that has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time. Claudette gestures over the beach where the killers stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of the TV show that you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You are going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, Trickster. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make his half-assed cameos in this show. I'm gonna chew his agent out right now before they walk you over for your big moment. A little bird told me that you have a particularly that someone in particular has an extra strong crush on you. Another little birdie reminded me that you've been kind of a dick since we got here, and we reserve the right to withhold information that leads to you making a terrible decision and gets you murdered. So you ready? Of course not. But too bad, we're on schedule. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands at behind their back. It's been 48 hours, and there are clearly sparks in the air. I'm not just talking about the rusty chainsaw, though. I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for a newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't. Who cares? Gamer, who do you choose to be on your first solo date? Can we at least do a flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. Not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right, I suppose. But no roses, since they're cliche at this point. Bachelor! Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. It's a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saved some of those for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too. Just me? Sorry. You've got other things to think about right now. Gamer, who do you select to receive your flowers for today? I'm going out with Wraith. I'm making a terrible decision, but it's fine. You turn to Wraith and let out a sigh. Wow, you're becoming more like him. Wraith, since I got on this island, I've been drawn to your quiet nature and unassuming good looks and nervous energy you bring to every situation, no matter how normal and mundane. I love the way your brain works. I love the way your body moves, and I love how we are together. Wraith looks like he just watched the Earth explode from an orbiting space shuttle. His mouth lags open a little, eyebrows twitch. No one can tell if he's excited to process or partially dead. Got anything to say, Wraith? Sounds about right. As you board the yacht, Wraith's unsurprisingly quiet but awkward vibes are down by about 60%. Good job, I guess. It was nice of Chopper to volunteer his yacht for the start of this day-long date. A bit dismissive of him to say that you two were so boring that the yacht itself wouldn't even notice you were there. What would he know about fun anyway? He wears an old-timey one-piece bathing suit like a strongman from a bygone carnival. Come to think of it, that actually is a little fun. Wraith is just in a regular old button-up shirt with shorts on. No, now's not the time to think about Trapper in a way of his vintage singlet hug. And the way that his vintage singlet hugs his curves just right. That's what he wants. Classic Trapper traps. You're here with Wraith, remember? Who you chose. Some very good reasons you must have, I'm sure. You cast all your other thoughts out of your mind and stare at the edge of the deck, looking out at the ocean, wondering what's out there, where you even are. Gentle rocking of the waves feel comforting as you turn to face the Paramar. Wraith looks at the ground, holding Azerov's skull. So I wasn't actually expecting this. I'm not really sure why you picked me. I know it might seem weird, but I needed to spend time with the other killers on the island, and now I'm 100% sure you're the one for me. To prove the point, you decide to read Wraith a passage about love. You take out a piece of folded paper, recite Shakespeare Sonnet 116. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when the alteration finds or bends with the remover to remove. What is this, a wedding? Fast forwarding to the end? This is Dead by Daylight property. What are you thinking? Thank you. I guess it's true that love will never be truly perfect. It must withstand the horrors of life, of which there are many. You really understand me, even if we haven't spent a day here together. He takes a deep breath. That's part of why I chose you, buddy, because I literally haven't spent time with you. I spent time with Trevor. Well, we don't have much time, so I'll try and get you up. I guess you've noticed that I've been kind of quiet and thoughtful. I love chess and math. I despair the man's capacity for hatred and the power of violence, and yet I'm drawn to it. I am large. I contain multitudes, I guess. I hate money and its power over humanity. Even seeing a gold coin on this island sends me into a rage. Sometimes I don't know what to say or do, but sometimes you put me at ease and make all the noise in my soul fade away. With you, I can feel myself changing. And that's good. I had to change in order to spend this day with you the way I want, because almost there. He still can't say it. That's okay, though. You smile at him warmly. I see. There it is. You always know how to comfort me. I haven't had that in a long time. Anyone I've been close to abandoned me. Usually against their will when it hurts, so why bother to connect with anyone? They're just going to be brutally murdered while I watch over and overhear or sleep through it. You put your hand on his shoulder. All I want is someone to love, a family to care for, and not touched by evil, greed, or power. A small house in the middle of nowhere, not bothered by anyone. You're the first person in forever I feel like I could see a future with. Wraith holds up Azerov's skull. When I came to America seeking a fresh start from the trauma and violence of my youth, I was tricked into the employ of a truly evil man. I did unspeakable things. I didn't know what was happening, but I did them. I was worried that death and violence were just part of who I was. When I found out this man's true nature, I snapped. I pulled out his skull and spine. I wielded them like some sort of half-weapon, half-trophy ever since. Too long I've been attached to Azerov's skull. I hate that I have let it define me, but no more. Wraith tosses the skull into the water. Wraith tosses the skull in the water. As he watches it sink, you can notice the gold coin on the ground that is dislodged from it. You know how Wraith is with gold coins when you do. Gotta pick it up. Good call. You never know when it might come in handy. Wraith turns to you smiling. He seems like a new man. Let's go back to the dump. What a romantic scene, or what a romantic sentence to start the day with. As you walk into a cosmic dump, Wraith oozes nervous excitement. Oh gosh, do I have something incredible planned for tonight? He even tries to wink, but it's kind of grotesque. But hey, this sad boy finally is opening up. He pulls some lotions and oils. Sensual. You ready? That's odd. What's wrong? No, it's just, you're holding Azerov's skull again. You made this whole thing about how you feel like you're changed, and you're not defined, and you threw it away. Yeah, I did. Azerov was terrible, and I'm no longer using his skull as my security blanket. This is his brother Paul. Also a really bad guy that I took care of. I have 20 of these things. All real bad guys. Oh well, I guess can't really change some people. Anyways, back to the exciting night of all nights. I'll stay here and prepare. If you want to go find my bell, he takes a step closer and whispers. Then when you come back, you can ring it. How? What does that even mean? I don't know, but it seems very exciting. And look what you've done to this anxious shy boy. He's losing his inhibitions, and maybe soon he'll be losing his clothes. To get here, though, you'll have to find the bell. It's gotta be somewhere on the island, right? Where do you start looking? I suppose we can check the Keepy Black Lighthouse on the edge of the island. Lighthouses usually are only one big room on the top, so it should be easy enough to search. You turn and leave and catch the Wraith winking at you again as you exit. You know what? Maybe that wink wasn't a wink at all. Some of the mud he uses to cover up his face probably is dripping while he sweats anxiously. You arrive at the Black Lighthouse optimistic and full of purpose, but you don't see a bell anywhere. Spirit? Hello? Nothing. Nowhere to be found. She's nowhere to be found. Let's be honest. Her part was never really in this process, was it? You start poking around and whatever spirit took the bell and hid it somewhere around here. Oh, hey, hot stuff. You turn to see Trickster casually posed, reflecting off his perfect skin. All of his too many glistening abs. Doing some snooping. I'm looking for Spirit. Me too, actually. We were gonna do face masks. I told her that I'd show her around my stage over on IP Island. It's tight. All the killers we could clear to be in this game are hanging out over there, just out of view of you and any interested parties and lawyers. Having a blast, doing shots, making content, and oh, dude, you got to be my good friend. Nope. Stop right there. Not getting sued over a dating sim. I feel that. Have you seen Rain Spell anywhere? I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I have no idea what you're talking about. But if you want to hop over to the other island, check out my stage. But do you want to hop on the other island and check out my stage? Nah. I'm on a mission. Trickster shrugs. Guess we're all on our own journey until we meet again. As Trickster vanishes, you ponder your next move and left wondering who just said no to checking out Sexy Pop Star's special hideaway. Where to next? Trapper's Cave. Maybe Trapper's Cave. At least I know to look out for, well, traps. With that in mind, I'm sure I can get in safely and find the bell. It's Trapper's Cave. Wow, this game is much bigger than you thought, huh? You might need to replay it a couple times to be able to grasp how much work was put into it. Well, we're not doing that on stream. You enter Trapper's Cave, entirely called... He is called Trapper. It stands to reason there may be some traps. Illuminated in deep blue, the cave is home to a pool of water and shimmers and shrines. You find yourself hoping Wraith's bell isn't in there. You hear a voice from behind a pile of rocks, like a feeble old man calling for help. Look around the cave. You ignore the voice and look around the cave because you have a job to do. Hey, maybe play this again and find out who this voice belongs to. Just saying, could be fun. What's this? You find a gold coin. It seems like a good choice. There's something shiny next to it. Is it the bell? Then again, this is Trapper's Cave. You know him, the trap guy, who loves to leave traps. Take that too. Nope, it's a bear trap. You're dead. Look, you're gonna have to enter this cave a lot more carefully with Trapper as your guide. Death! There it is. That's our game over. Let's go. What a great April Fool's stream. Okay, we didn't get anywhere, and I'm kind of, like, okay with that. Like, in a stupid way, I'm very okay with not getting anywhere. Because if I hit try again, it will start me to the beginning, won't it? Maybe not? I don't know. I like I said, this is the end, but like, I'm also curious. Like, is this like an all roads lead to game over type thing? Okay, we took the gold. Okay, so if we take the gold coin, a Hulking Shadow falls over you. You turn into Trapper. Smart. That was a bear trap. He raises his cleaver. Give me one reason I shouldn't do that. Tell him you're pranking Wraith. So, long story short, I'm basically running on a long con with Wraith. I'll break his heart later, but for now, I need to find his bell. Trapper lowers his cleaver and smiles. Now you're speaking my language. Bell, huh? I think Huntress may know something. Or maybe Spirit has some idea? I don't know. To be totally honest, I totally stopped caring. Now get out. Where's you next? I have a good feeling about Huntress's cabin. I love Cabin in the Woods. Great things are always happening there. People are walking into them and out of them unscathed all the time. To Huntress's cabin, it is as if this is your chance to visit and admire some locations you may not have visited already. Some choices are you specifically, or because of choices you specifically made. What a great opportunity. You enter Huntress's cabin and relax. It's disarmingly cozy with a warm, quirky vibe. You feel like you could live here if a kooky killer didn't die already, or didn't already. You spot something shiny. Is it a bell? You reach out for it, but you're tackled from behind. It's Huntress. She holds an axe at your throat. I found you! Now I get to kill you. Beg for my life. Please, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was your cabin. I wasn't doing anything bad. Please forgive me. Did the wild elk offer my mother forgiveness, or did it skewer her? It skewered her. I suppose it skewered. Huntress slit your throat before you could even realize. Can't be talking about people's moms like that. Come on now. Dead again. Yes. I mean, I figured, but like, it's fine. We're going nowhere fast now. What's crazy is it literally was like, oh, it's a 2.5 hour game. I mean, to be fair, I've now died twice, so that doesn't help. I feel like saying yes here would be death anyway. So we have to tell them both that we're pranking Wraith? I'm running a very complicated long con on Wraith, trying to find his bell so we can do something. I don't know, but we'll probably play a joke on him instead. Huntress's eyes sparkle. That sounds like a fun game. Want to play another one? Sure. Great. I got the perfect game in mind. Hide and seek. Bet you can't find me. Ready or not, here I come. Repeat the instructions. Oh. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad. Missed. You silly. If this was real hide and seek, you'd be dead by now. But that doesn't change anything. What do you mean? I'm still mad he broke in my house, which is too bad because maybe I do know something about that bell. Maybe I'll tell you later. We'll see. Huntress goes in the other room, and you realize you're not getting any, or going to get anything else here, except possibly killed. I got bad news for you. You already searched the spots that Spirit and Trapper hang out, and you've checked Trickster, or you even checked out Trickster's stage. Would have been nice if an actual concert was going on, but maybe a sequel. And now you've already searched Huntress cabins too to manage not to get yourself skinned. However, just having your skin as remarkably sun-kissed as it isn't as good as having your skin and Wraith Spell. Looks like you're just going to have to admit defeat on this one and head back to the Wraith at the end. You tried, you really did. If you were a game, I'd give you a good review. That being said, Wraith is, well, I don't want to say unkind because he's been really nice this whole time, but there is this whole Spider-Man thing. You enter the ruins of the Cosmic Dump, prepared to deliver the Wraith the bad news. I know he seems sweet and shy, like he's not a killer, but he totally is. There is a chance he could kill you. But this place is empty. Phew! Wraith must be off somewhere, preparing. But what are you gonna do? You still don't have the bell. I don't know, I'm trying to figure that out. Who are you talking to? Huntress pops up from behind the giant obelisk, smiling behind her mask. I followed you back here, it was fun, like a cat stalking its prey. Oh, that sounds fun. After you left, I was thinking, I want to tell you about the bell. Oh my gosh, Huntress, thank you. But it's going to cost you. You empty your pockets and hand over all your gold coins. Oh, sparkly. So, okay, so Wraith Spell. Last night, Spirit couldn't sleep. So she was wandering around, or floating around. I don't really know what she does technically. But apparently she wandered in here. She saw Wraith asleep and thought it would be funny to steal his bell. But they had a fling or something, and she's still mad about it, or not, who knows. She's definitely mad about something, though. I was going pee-pee when she walked by my cabin, and the bell caught my eye, so I ran outside. Even though it's a rusty and old, that bell is still kind of shiny, so I offered to pay her for it. But she said she had a perfect spot and picked it at the top of her lighthouse. Oh, great. So I need to go back to the lighthouse and deal with Spirit. You return to the lighthouse and head upstairs. There are no messing around. At this time, Spirit is waiting for you. Word on the street is that you're looking for me. Or that you're looking for me. Yeah, no. I have literally no idea why I'd want to be around you, especially after you picked Wraith. Did you already get sick of the sad boy and wonder if the sad girl would do it for you? Cut the crap and give me the bell. I don't have time for this. Oh my. Spirit seems aroused by your aggression. Honestly, so am I. Just a little, though. Let's not let things get weird between us. So you want Wraith's bell? How about we play a little game? I call it Don't Look Into the Light or Die. You can open your ears, or you open your eyes when I'm blocking the light. If you look directly at it, I'll die. Precisely. You're much smarter than you look, no offense. Stop on Spirit and don't look straight into the light. If you look directly at it, your brain probably won't survive the stress. The light isn't completely fatal, I guess. Only half of your brain and a portion of your soul was damaged. The rest seems to be mostly okay, as far as I can tell. The Spirit hands over the bell. Now please, leave me alone, gladly. And with that, you march triumphantly back to the Wraith. You excitedly walk into the Wraith in his sexiest outfit yet. Your eyes, that cartoon thing where they bug out of your skull. In true Wraith fashion, the reaction is a little more subdued, but he just looks at you and sort of smiles. Hope that you have something for me that's gonna make me happy, just as I made you. Look at this guy, an open and comfortable in his own skin cloak, painted burnt flesh thing. Beaming, you hold up the bell. It took me all over the island, but I found it. Spirit stole it because long story. Now, you want to tell me what we're doing with it? Wraith holds the bell, tears up, and kisses it. Weird. The only only one more thing until we can finish this. What are we finishing? Or should I say, who? You wink with always a nice touch. You know I can't tell you that, but while we wait, Wraith holds you in a hands you a super sexy outfit. Is maybe too strong of a word, but it's barely more than just a tiny bit of cloth connected by various thin elastic bits. You look at it and bite your lip. Should I change? You'd better. You duck behind one of the obelisks and take off all your clothes, slipping it into your new, sheer, barely there collection of straps. It's incredibly revealing, but somehow you look more naked with this on than you were when you were actually naked. It's really something. Eyes appear. Sorry, just, it's impressive. You return to Wraith and model your new outfit. I'm wearing basically nothing. Oh, just you wait. The lights dim. Oh, dang, is this what you've been waiting for, you little freak? Relaxed and confident, Wraith is a totally different person than the introverted loner that you met when you arrived on the island. Are you ready? I want to give you my heart. I'm ready. The lights go out. It's so chilly. Don't worry. We'll warm up. He's not wrong. Wraith's naked skin feels like fire on yours. The fire that has been so afraid, or that he's been so afraid of this whole time. You melt into his arms, lips exploring. I probably should leave you two alone. It feels weird to be documenting this. Before I give you my heart, I have something else to give. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you in a bit. Hold up. Even in the dark, I think I know that smell. It's like salad dressing mixed with suntan oil. Dwight and Claudette, you guys like to watch? Hold that thought, Lovebergs. Wraith, your special guest is here a little early. Wow, I didn't know human bodies could fit that way together. They sure can. I'll show you when we're done tonight. The lights pop back on and you and Wraith are still wearing virtually nothing. No time to get dressed. We have to go immediately. That's right, the secret hatch reveal time. And no, that's not some double entendre. Follow us. Dwight and Claudette disappear into the open hatch in the ground. Wraith throws some clothes on and you both follow. It's even colder down here. Whoop, have fun. Our job pretty much stops at you getting here. Contrary to what you may have heard, we don't like to watch. Not this. See you later. They climb back up the ladder, and as you turn around, across from you stands a very old Nigerian woman. Grandma Albie! Philip. They embrace, and you are suddenly aware of how exposed your skin is and how chilly you are. Forgive me, gamer. This is my grandmother. Abigail, pleased to meet you, gamer. So this is who my little Philip has chosen. Interesting. Interesting. What does that mean? Do I need to earn respect of Grandma Abby now? I can't wait to get to know this person Philip has decided to give his heart to. Come help me make drinks. You go with Grandma Abby to prepare the... I have to prepare the bell. Happy to, Philip. Wraith looks sheepish, like he's reverted back to his old self. Yeah, I guess I never told you my real name is Philip. He bowed deeply. Nice to meet you, Philip. Wraith laughs, grabs the bell, and leaves. Grandma Abby takes her can and guides you to the table with potions. Come, let's look at some refreshments. I'm an old lady, and it's not so easy for me to mix these exactly. My hands aren't as steady as they once were. You'll need help me pour. Doesn't seem like there's times for questions like, what is this? Are we supposed to drink this? Is this poison? Just get to it. Fill up that cup. You missed. Missed again. That could have been better, but it certainly I certainly wouldn't have been able to manage it. I suppose this will have to do. Come with me while we wait. I want to make sure that you're the one. You sit across from her and she smiles brightly at you. Philip has been through so much. He saw things as a child no child should ever have to think about. I fear what that could do to a person. But not Philip. He's thoughtful and strong-willed. He's a good boy. I agree. Although, thinking back to what you two were getting up to right before this, maybe you don't agree? Tell me, gamer, Philip's birthday is coming up. What would you get him as a gift? statue of a horse. I don't know. Something big and bold, maybe like a statue of a horse. You have no idea why you said that. You immediately regret that, but Grandma Albie's face lights up. Wonderful, that would remind him of the knight, his favorite chess piece. Yeah, I know. You liar. Tell me this, if Philip could be a tree, what kind of tree would he be? Rhododendron? With colorful, beautiful blossoms that make you explode with energy and feel alive inside like Wraith. Grandma Albie furrows her brow, just enough to make you concerned. He might make you feel that way, but that's not who Philip is. Maybe you're just nervous, and this is a strange situation, I must admit. She considers you for another beat, then calls out, Philip, we're ready. Give me a couple of minutes, she turns back to you. Well then, how about a game to lighten the mood before our big event? Maybe some constellation trivia, or cornhole? Whoa, how convenient. You may have played one of these before. Never mind, in the fact that they were completely different location, it makes no sense that you could do them here, underground in a completely different area. We had plenty of money to make sure that minigames are to make some other minigames, okay? This is Dead by Daylight. Just have some goddamn fun for once in your life. Since one of these games may be familiar to you, who knows? You might get an extra relationship status boost if you try the one you haven't before. But what do I know? Well, we'll do constellation trivia. I know a thing or two about constellations. You're on. Hey, who doesn't like answering random questions about constellations in this bizarre high-stakes situation? And look at us. We're educational game 2 now. Grandma Albie sizes you up. Okay, then. Answer this. The constellation roughly translates to sea whistle. And is located in a region of the sky with other water constellations. Grandma Albie chuckles. Nope. It's okay. Maybe constellation trivia isn't for everyone. Okay, next, what do you call the constellations located in the ecliptic or path of the sun? That's right. Good to know you can get the easy ones. Last question. Constellation was first described by Nicholas Louis de Lacaille and roughly translates to pendulum clock. We'll go with this. Yeah, exactly. Part of the constellation Ursa Major, but it's not a constellation itself. When I told that to little Philip, he couldn't believe it. Neither can I. Wow, I can't believe I've been walking around thinking that's a constellation for so long. I feel like such a fool. Wow, you didn't do so hot in the constellation trivia. Someone clearly could never consider their place in the universe. I'm glad for you had a moment to relax. Sorry I yelled at you earlier. It's been a long game. Wraith re-enters holding the bell and looking brand new. It looks brand new. I think we're ready. Time to drink up. Grandma Albie hands out potions, drinks you made. First to Wraith, then herself, then you. She stops and looks at you. Grandma stares you down intently, and with a sweet smile on her face. No matter what you do, you cannot abandon my Philip, you understand. He's been abandoned his whole life, and I regret leaving that bunker. His parents regret leaving our village, but he is here now, and he has opened up to you of all people. You cannot betray him, or I will haunt you from my grave. And my spectral form is not always nice as this one before you right now. Oh, thank you for the advice. Of course, dear. Now, where were you two before I arrived? We were about to play a board game, fully clothed, of course. It's okay, she's aware. She does? Of course I do. It's a requirement of the ritual. The what? Grandma Albie and Wraith stand up and walk to the wall with hanging chains and locks. Are you ready? Yes, I am. I am ready to leave this place. As Grandma Albie places Wraith into chains, your jaw drops. What's happening? This is what we've been working towards. This is how we consummate our relationship. The cult of the Black Veil would do this ritual and leave and return to the island. One lover and one sacrifice. The other would do the sacrificing. So here I am to move on, to be sacrificed. No, this is crazy. I don't even know what to do. That's why Grandma Albie's ghost is summoned to help. Philip's heart must be removed, lit on fire, and the bell rung. Everything you've done here has been building to this. No, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I can't do this. Grandma Albie, don't give Gamer the dagger. What's happening? The ritual requires sacrifice on both ends. The person taking the heart out needs to love me in order to lose me. and I need to love that person in turn. But I don't know how to say this. You don't love Gamer? Wraith nods. Your heart races simultaneously as you feel like you've died. I'm sorry, it's not just me. Me and your inability to connect with me. Maybe we just didn't spend enough time together, or maybe we did and we just didn't relate the way that we should have. But I really like you. Maybe we can just be friends. You try and get past the shock of happening, or what's happening, and realize he's right. It feels forced. You're not right for each other. But you do really enjoy spending time with him for the most part. You do believe all his nutjob theories on the island in the cold of the Black Veil. After a while, you smile and finally respond. Yeah, we can be friends. Ray smiles back. Grandma Albie also smiles. Trickster answers and smiles for some reason. Look at everyone, a bunch of smiling idiots. How wonderful of you all. What does their life on the island look like now? Maybe you can try and hook up with another killer. Maybe you can develop your friendship with the Wraith. Maybe you can help him find someone he'll really love. Can you be the Igor to his Victor Frankenstein? What about the cute nurse that just showed up at the reception? Oh, you haven't heard. She's unpacking her stuff at the cabanas. I hear him and her have a thing. I guess I probably should have told you 20 scenes ago, but oopsies. No matter. This is the end for you. Welcome to the friend zone and enjoy your stay. Can we just say, if this is the end, shocker that I'm fucking friend zoned. Sorry, like, no way. Like, I mean, to be fair, I think if I would have actually went with Trapper, I wouldn't have been friend zoned. But shocker! Gamer gets friend zoned because this is like who I am all the time. But it's fine. I need to make sure everybody's treated equally and everybody has fun and everybody's fine, except for apparently Spirit, who we're forced to eliminate. So everybody's gonna have a good time and everybody's gonna be great together and not, yeah, sugar. And so my precious killers lived happily ever after as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost, whilst trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You've made it thus far. You should probably know that. That you'll have to play again to find out more. Goodbye, gamer. See you later. Again and again and again. Forever. Yep, sugar! Gamer got friendzoned in a dating simulator. What? No. Could never happen. And you know what? It was 2.5 hours. So actually, pretty proud of the fact that it was right on the money in that respect. But yeah. Shocker, that's my first ever ending. The friend zone ending. What? Again, not shocked in the slightest. But yeah, like I said, if I would have actually stayed on the Trapper track, I think I would have been okay. But it was because I wanted to see everybody and get to know everybody. Like, that, I think that's what costed me in the end. But, yeah. What? Like, getting friend zoned? Cannot believe it. It's fine. It's whatever. You know, I love getting friend zoned in video games of dating sims because, yeah. Yep. Thanks, Axel, for having me play the game. First off. Because, yeah, you know what? It was one of those, I'm open to the idea because it's April Fool's. Because, like, literally, it was April Fool's, and they were like, well, yeah, you might as well do this for this. And it worked because it was like literally, you know, just streaming and doing the thing. Yeah, it was funny because, yeah, typically it's Tuesdays and Fridays at 4:30, and then Chessel was like, well, anywhere between 4 and 4:30 my time, which is 7:30 Eastern. 7 to 7:30 Eastern. And yeah, Chester was like, well, April Fool's actually lands on a Tuesday. And then it was like, uh-oh. And then Chester was like, well, first week of the month, April Fool's, dating sim? I was like, sure, dude, why not? Honestly, it was like the trifecta. And then again, of course, Sniper, who is a member of the channel, did provide the game for us. So again, thank you to Sniper for providing that. And providing the stream, like the game for the stream, because that did significantly help with everything, because that made this whole experience happen. Yeah, I'm not shocked I got friend zoned though. Like, I feel like everyone here was pretty sure I was getting friend zoned. If they knew that was an option. Right? Like, I don't know. Am I wrong in that? I feel like I'm not wrong in thinking that everybody pretty much figured I was getting friend zoned. Because that's me, right? Like, I get friend zoned all the time. It's great. I'm here for it. This is why, you know, I've been totally complacent for the most part for being single for, what, 6 years now in a row? 7 years in a row? Like, I've become complacent in that fact. I know, but, like, it's just funny. Funny how that works. But we're gonna get back to normal stuff on Friday. This was a one-off kind of April Fool's funny. So Persona, Friday, 4:30. Well, probably closer to 4, not 4:30, but still. One-off fun things is always nice. So yeah, we'll see you. Actually, we have a premiere as well for Soul Link, the finale of X and Y, as well. So that'll be an evening upload for y'all. I think it's gonna be probably 4/7, so same time as stream time, because it's a finale of finales before we kind of get ourselves situated for Alola, which is crazy to think that we're gonna be, you know, posting Alola and actually starting to get things going for it sooner than later. But I love you all, and we'll see you all on Friday, like in person, in chat. We'll see you on Thursday. So, love you all, and this was fun, and we will see you all in the next one.